2018 football season just about to get underway here at Page High School and Waylon Jennings Stadium. Welcome again. Michael Williams here alongside my partner Parker Hazard. And we are about ready to start with the Page Patriots and the Fairview Yellow Jackets as Fairview gets set to kick off the start of this 2018 season here on August the 17th. These two squads, bitter rivals here on the outskirts of the county. The battle of 840. Michael Burdick set to receive for the Page Patriots as we are underway for the 2018 season. Taken short by number 44, Jackson Satterfield. Come up and he'll drop down at the 31-yard line where Page will have it 1st and 10. So Parker Hazard on the case for us here, his first full season with us. Parker, what do you think so far?
So far, I think the anticipation of this rivalry, this game, big setup for the first game of 2018. I love it. Battle of 840. A lot of ties to this game. Both Coach Rathbone and Coach Hughes over at Fairview, good friends, mutual respect for each other, but both want to get the season off started correctly, started strong, feeding off into the rest of the season.
So Page with an empty backfield. There goes Cade Walker, the quarterback, tries to break free, and he'll pick up about 3 yards up to about the 34-yard line, where Page will have it 2nd down and 7.
It's a little bit of a wide snap there. Good job by Cade Walker there of using a little bit of improvisation of bringing in that snap. See what they can do here on 2nd down.
Again with the empty backfield, there's Cade Walker again. The give is to number 10. That's Michael Burdick, the big play man, finds the outside, and he'll be close to the 1st down as he believe he does have the 1st down as he crosses the 40-yard line.
Looks like 22 Logan Nardozzi there for the tackle there after the slip by Burdick.
So Parker Hazard rather with Parker Hazard with the much better eyes than myself.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, man. Teamwork.
Helping me out with the Fairview numbers here. So again, Walker again with an empty backfield, fakes the handoff, and he'll duck inside. He gets a little bit to the outside, almost has that 1st down. He crosses midfield.
Definitely looks like they're trying to establish the run game. Page is moving Michael Burdick around in the backfield, which is definitely a big threat for defenses around the county and the region to look for. See, maybe here on 2nd and short if they look into the passing game to open it up a little bit.
So right at midfield, we're just underway. 11:16 here to go in the 1st quarter. Page hosting these Fairview Yellow Jackets. Again, the Patriots with an empty backfield. High snap. Walker finds his man. That's number 44, Jackson Satterfield. And Satterfield with a nice pickup down to the 40-yard line.
Great job going back behind his body, picking up his quarterback on that play, making the catch, keeping those chains going, continuing this drive.
So Page keeping the drive alive here. A couple of 1st downs here on their opening drive, opening possession.
Looks like another empty backfield here, Michael.
So spreading out these Yellow Jackets, and we hear these Fairview coaches up here in the coaches box yelling for timeout, and that's exactly what they'll get. So with 10:58 to go, Fairview's got a timeout.
You know, it almost looked like it had a couple hands around the waist on the knees there for the Fairview defense, something that Coach Hughes over for the Yellow Jackets mentioned. Smaller roster, not as much depth as the Patriots have on their sideline. And like you said, by spreading out that defense, kind of exposing that and forcing their playmakers on defense to maybe express a little more energy than they would like to.
So we're here at the Battle of 840. These two squads kind of on the outskirts of Williamson County, Fairview in the western part of the county, and Page here in the eastern part of the county. Our crew tonight, Lance West produces the show. He's the one that writes our checks. Michael Hutchison is on the camera, as is Jack Johnson. And again, I'm Michael Williams alongside Parker Hazard. Glad to have you with us for this 2018 season. So hopefully Fairview has their adjustment made. And now Page looks over to the sideline. Last year this game, Page took 28-14. And these two squads have battled back and forth, I think, for the last 4 years.
I know at least the two coaches for the past 4 to 5 years, it's kind of been a little bit of popcorn effect. Back in 14, Fairview started the pattern with 15 with Page winning, and 16 Fairview, and then last year, like you said, Page. So of course Coach Hughes feels like this is the year for his squad to come on top.
Walker rolling to his right, got his receiver, bounced right out of his chest. Intended, I think, for number 36, that is Nick Mitchell.
Looked like he kind of tried to start running before he caught the ball there, Michael. That'll beat you every time. Time to regroup.
So really the first unsuccessful play for the Patriots.
That's right.
Remains 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the 40-yard line of the Fairview Yellow Jackets.
See Burdick in motion here. There he goes.
Walker again rolling. He's got Burdick. Burdick breaks out free from the tackle. Down the sideline, weaving his way. And Michael Burdick, they talked about him before the game, the big play receiver. And he certainly picked up the big play right there. So Michael Burdick with the first score of this 2018 football season.
Started that play off going into the flat there, and broke one tackle, and he had a couple guys on the outside there block for him, into the end zone. Just a great play, great team play all around for the Page offense.
So Burdick goes 40 yards on 2nd down and 10. Ryan Rutland, I believe, Chase Tidmore on the kick after, and it's good. So at 10:45, your first score of the game, Page leads Fairview 7-0. Non-district matchup this game, but still a heavy rivalry with both these squads. Having played each other for a number of years, these guys go all the way back to when I was in high school, 1,000 years ago.
I was going to say, I wasn't going to ask you that. I had to go ahead and let you say that yourself there, Michael. But, listen to that coaching show. Coach Rathbone there in Page, he's keeps drilling into his team, saying that, yes, this is a big rivalry, but this is just one game out of a 10-game season. And not to, win or lose, not to look too far ahead of it, but and like Hughes said, Coach Hughes over at Fairview saying it's a measuring stick for the season, which I think both coaches believe that and would agree as well. Just try not to take too much out of yourselves in this game, and of course we hope everybody stays healthy, but just for our viewing pleasures, this rivalry, and I can't wait to see what happens in this game. The Yellow Jackets on offense here, set to return.
But both coaches still want to win.
Exactly. I mean, you can't argue that fact. And of course, they're doing the generic, coaches' answers, which you can only respect that. Now it's game time. All the cards are on the table.
So Cam Harris-Lusk and Blake Russell set to receive for the Jackets. And it will be Russell. Catches the ball on the sideline, and he steps out of bounds, so bad mistake early as Fairview will take over from their own 6-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like Chase Tidmore there, the kicker, got a little help from Russell. Looked like it almost might have gone out of bounds there if he hadn't caught it. But see what Fairview offense can do with that. Boy, from here, looks like a big offensive line for the Yellow Jackets.
So Brock Harris leads the troops out on the field for Fairview. He the quarterback. 2 receivers to his right, stacked up, sends one man in motion. That man in motion gets the carry. And I believe that's number 27, Matthew Blaylock. And Blaylock is dropped for little or no gain. 22, sorry, that's Logan Narduzzi. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
good push up front by the Page defensive line there. Looks like they're doing 3 down linemen. Trying to do more of a speed threat on defense here.
Harris again standing back on his own end zone line. Shifts his back over to protect him a little bit better. Passes out to his left, believe that is number 21, Nardozzi again. So Nardozzi about 3 yards short of a first down. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Looks like there's a little bit of confusion up front with the, or actually in the backfield with the quarterback and the running back there. It looked like it was a possible play action play, but nonetheless they were able to make a positive gain out of that.
So the old-fashioned power eye here for the Jackets. Student body left, as they once called it, and picks up no gain. Number 22 again, Nardozzi with his 3rd carry of the game. And Austin Harshaw on the stop for the Patriots. So the Jackets will have to kick it away following a 3 and out.
It's a dangerous situation here for the Yellow Jackets, deep in their own zone. And big number 10, Michael Burdick, back to receive this punt. Always dangerous in the special team aspect of the game.
So Burdick back at his own 45-yard line, or at the Jackets' 45-yard line. Once it out of there, Burdick's got to retreat a bit.
There you go. Good block on the front.
Burdick finds a little bit of green on that right side, and finally knocked out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Sorry about that. Where Page will take over 1st and 10. 9:29 to go here in the first quarter of this season opener between the Page Patriots and the Fairview Yellow Jackets here at Waylon Jennings Stadium on the campus of Page High School.
So far, Michael, special teams have been on the side of Page, with Fairview kind of shooting themselves in the foot on that kickoff, and then now on the punt return here. Little pistol formation for the Patriots.
So 3 receivers to the left, and Page will jump off sides there. I believe that was Miles Bond, that slot receiver. Got a little antsy. So back up the Patriots 5 yards.
Oh, it actually looks like the defense might have ensued that jump for the offense. Looks like it was actually encroachment on the defense. That's my mistake on that one, Michael.
So Walker again, he's got a single back to his right. And again with the high snap. Walker back to pass. Number 13 wide open is Miles Bond. Touchdown, Page.
What a great play there.
31 yards.
Looks like a little confusion there for the safeties in the secondary for the Yellow Jackets. Strike there by Cade Walker.
So again, Chase Tidmore on for the point after. Kick is good, makes the score 14-0. 9:19 to go in the first quarter, and Page, this offense, Parker Hazard seems to be clicking on all cylinders thus far against Fairview.
Well, you mentioned a couple high snaps, but Cade Walker there at the quarterback position able to answer that very nicely. Honestly, personally, I think on that last drive there, with that big punt return by Michael Burdick, it kind of already just kind of deflated them a little bit on defense, and Cade Walker was able to find number 13, Miles Bond, there in the end zone. I think, I'm up here with you, but if I'm Fairview, I'm looking to, number one, get a positive outcome on this kickoff here on special teams, which was each coach's highlight of this game. Whoever comes out with special teams on top is going to win this game. And so here's a good chance for them to get it back and maybe use those big guys on the offensive line to open things up for their offense.
So Fairview really no answer so far for the big play capabilities of the Patriots. Again, Tidmore set to kick it away to Karn Harris, Lusk, and Blake Russell. Fairview had a bit of a snafu earlier as the receiving man stepped out of bounds. Russell again, he'll bring it out this time. And wrestled down to the ground at about the 18-yard line. It's like Joel Meyer. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. Wouldn't be the first time I've mispronounced the name. Wrestles him down at, we'll call it the 23. So Fairview takes over 1st and 10. A little bit better field position than they were to begin, where they went 3 and out that first time.
We got about 7 seconds left on the play clock here. Better get something rolling.
So Harris needs to get that snap off quickly. Rolling to his left, looking. Takes it himself, and he'll pick up at about 4 yards up to, call it the 22-yard line.
Some good blocking there on the outside edge there. Wasn't able to pick up the number. It was one of his outside receivers there. Able to open up a little lane to get him an extra few yards there.
So 2nd down, 6 for the Jackets. Harris again with a single back in the backfield. That gets the give. And I believe that's Nardozzi again. Nardozzi getting a healthy dose of work tonight. I think he's been on 4 of the last 5 plays. He's the one that's touched the ball.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they're going to get a healthy dose of the run game. After Darius Jackson last year leaving, they're going to be looking to Nardozzi for a lot of ground carries this season.
Harris to give inside. Again, Nardozzi. And we've got a flag on the play. I believe there was a little pushing and shoving following.
Like a little extracurriculars there on the Fairview side. The frustration looked like. I might be biased in this, but it sounds like the Mays band is going around and saying Robbie Top. If I was hearing that all night.
So offsetting unsportsmanlike against both squads. So they'll offset, but we still have the 1st down for Fairview as they take over 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
You know, I'm actually kind of confused, Michael. It was a 3rd down play, and it's offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties, and they're changing it to 1st down.
They did move the chains, didn't they?
So,
I thought they would replay the down.
Either replay the down or automatic 4th down, excuse me, because there would look like to be no gain on the play.
Well, are we not going to talk about it? Well, I guess we are. So, well, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Here's Harris again. The give inside to Harris Lusk. And he's dropped for no gain.
It looks like the Patriots front 6, front 7 are just swerving towards the ball, just manhandling in front of the Yellow Jackets.
Here you see big 72 coming off the field. That's Jacob Dahl. Expect big things out of the big lineman this year as he comes over for a breather. 2nd down and 8 for the Jackets. 2 receivers to the right. Harris rolling right, got his man. That's Lusk again. And he'll pick up the 1st down close to the 45-yard line.
Looks like the Yellow Jackets finally got an opportunity to get Brock Harris outside of the pocket and kind of go underneath that zone there. The safeties for Page were playing deep. They were able to cash in on that 1st down.
So the first earned 1st down for Fairview.
That's right.
As Harris is able to connect on the pass play. Interesting setup to the left as send the receiver in motion, and Harris takes off up the middle, close to midfield. About to pick up a 4.
First dose of a quarterback run routine from the Yellow Jackets. I like the way they're kind of mixing it up, have some movement in the backfield, movement of the fullbacks. I like they're using the fullback as well. You don't see that much this day and age of football, either from the high school level all the way up to the pros. And the fullback is one of the overlooked positions. I like seeing it. So bringing an extra body there on the front line for the Yellow Jackets.
So Harris again from the 42-yard line. The give to number 22, that's Nardozzi again. Finds the left side, finds a little running room, and finally spun down, English teacher. Just inside the 35-yard line to the 34.
That's finally the first time we got to see that big offensive line of the Yellow Jackets go to work. Big number 70, Connor Lindsley, out of the left flat, pancaking one of the Patriots. Good thing to see if you're on the coaching staff of the Yellow Jackets getting this drive going.
So a nice pickup there by Nardozzi. Again, a healthy dose of work for the young running back. Harris again, back to pass, inside screen, some room, is Blake Russell. Puts his hand down, stays on his feet, and Russell picks up the first down. Down to the 21-yard line. So Fairview now on the move.
This healthy dose of mixed run passing there with the play action. It's definitely confusing the defensive page, and number 5, Nick Hurd there. That fingertip tackle was the only thing that saved them going from the end zone.
So Fairview with some much needed confidence after that first offensive series. That give is to Lusk again. And he'll cross the 20-yard line, maybe a pickup of 1, maybe 2.
Looks like the lateral runs from the Yellow Jackets are kind of being contained pretty well by the Patriots. They've shown that last run by Nardozzi going downhill north to south might be the recipe for disaster for that offense going against the defense of the Patriots.
So last few plays, Fairview realizing, hey, we can hang with these guys here. As they are on the march. 2nd down and 8. Harris checks his play. Bobbles the football. Inside, maybe not the most advised pass, but had to make something out of nothing there. We've got a flag down.
A little bit of do-it-yourself there by Brock Harris. Got lucky not getting rid of that, or excuse me, not giving up the football, getting rid of it in time to alleviate the sack. We'll see what the call here is.
So the Jackets with an illegal man downfield, and that'll back them up after a promising offensive series here.
A good thing for them to get to keep the down, just lose 5 yards. Maybe be able to get back on track after this play.
So what was 2nd and 8 turns into 2nd down 13. Where do they mark the ball?
It looks like Page is declining penalty call.
Okay, so that's why they marked the ball where they've marked it.
Interesting strategic call there by Rathbone and the staff over there at Page. 3rd and long, not a bad idea.
So Page gonna roll the bones here and decline the penalty. And then Fairview's got to call a timeout as the play clock was dwindling down.
A bit of miscommunication over there on that offense.
So just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Page on top, 14-0. Long touchdown runs by Burdick, Michael Burdick, and Miles Bond for the Patriots. But now these Fairview Yellow Jackets on the move as we begin this 2018 football season, this high school football season, here on the campus of Page High School, Waylon Jennings Stadium.
You know, this week, looking ahead to this game, didn't look very promising as far as the weather, but so far so good. Knocking on wood, that stays the way it is. Got a pretty sunset tonight, semi-clear skies, and we're able to play some football and stay dry up here.
So now it looks like we're ready, as Coach Chris Hughes finally directs his troops back out on the field for Fairview.
See what they try to do here, Michael. Looks like they got a strong front that they're possessing. Nardozzi in the backfield. See if they try to do some misdirection movement in the backfield.
So 3rd down and 6 from the 16. The end around. Nice cut inside, and that is Cam Harris Lusk. Goodness gracious, stops on 2 dimes and able to scoot into the right corner of that end zone and made it look easy. They looked like the Patriots had him dead to right, and Harris Lusk with a couple of dance steps, and he takes it 16 yards on 3rd down and 6 with Fairview's first score of the game. Help me out, Parker, with the kicker here for Fairview. Can't see his number.
I'm going to say,
I think that is Skylar Wilson.
Skylar Wilson, yes sir, it is. That play there by Harris Lusk, like you said, a couple stops on the dime, able to make that play into himself. That play was not going to be able to be finished without that around the 3-yard line, blocked by Blake Russell, number 2 there, coming off of his man, and able to get that cornerback off of Cam, and able to get 7 points closer to this lead.
So Harris Lusk on the end around looked like he was stopped dead to right. Wish we had our, well, maybe later in the season we'll have our instant replay, but that was special to watch right there.
Absolutely. And, you know, Cam Harris Lusk is one of those guys that was tinkering around being a quarterback or not. And, you know, Brock Harris got the call, but Coach Hughes found other avenues of ability for Lusk to help this team out. And right there, we were able to see exactly what that was for and why.
So Burdick, Michael Burdick, number 10, and number 44, that's Jackson Satterfield, set to receive. As the score now stands at 14-7, Page. 4:56 to go here in the first quarter.
Second time that ball is the first time the team for these guys on there.
So Wilson set to kick it away one more time. And now Satterfield moves up, and Burdick is the deep man. He'll try to keep it away from him.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a little bit of a short neutral here high, but looks like they're going for him.
He's going to take it at his own 6-yard line. Burdick up the gut. Got a little running room. Makes it across the 30-yard line. And brought down by Logan Parsons, looks like, for Fairview. So the Patriots take over 1st down and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Call it the 32-yard line. 4:46 to go here in the first quarter. Page on top, 14-7.
First chance to see this Page offense battle with a little bit of adversity here.
So Walker now with a back in the backfield. He rolls to his right, finally looked for his man. That was Quincy Brock Compton, sorry. Just over his outstretched fingertips.
Good pressure up front from Fairview. That was Connor Parsons there, pushing Walker out of the pocket and forcing the air throw.
So 2nd down 10. Walker again with a single back in the backfield. The give is to that back, and he drops the ball. That's number 18. That's Brock Compton again. Ball goes over as Fairview comes away with the fumble recovery.
That is a big turn of events. Big play on defense there for the Yellow Jackets in Page territory.
So people came off, people went on. Are we okay? So the referee points to Fairview's way. I didn't know if they were discussing whether he was down or not, but
yeah, it looked like there was an injured Yellow Jacket there. They were trying to assist off the field, but definitely change the possession there in favor of the Yellow Jackets.
so again we've got So Fairview has to call timeout. The Fairview coaches up here pretty livid about this play clock situation.
Yeah, it seemed like it kind of started. I mean, once they placed the ball down and they weren't even sure who had possession. It might have started a little early. Nonetheless, they were forced to burn their third and final timeout here in just the first quarter.
Was that their third timeout already?
It was. Yes, sir.
So we're not even further through the first quarter yet. Fairview's out of timeouts.
Yeah, you know, both coaches were talking about kind of settling in a new offense on both sides, and definitely, even on both teams, you can see the little bit of confusion here and there. The Yellow Jackets are forced to already have burned those timeouts. But starting on Page's 32, fresh set of downs, good way to get back in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Fairview has looked like it could be lights out early for the Jackets, but they have fought their way back. They have fought their way back here in the first quarter and are threatening here with a 1st and 10 from Page's 32-yard line. And so we've still got an issue with this play clock.
It looks like Mr. Official out there trying to get everyone on the same page, and I think we finally are able to play some more football.
So now we're ready to go. Harris again, rolling to his right. Just out of the reach of Blake Russell. Had two hands on it, unable to bring it in.
Looks like
Number 6 was Simon Simmons, looked like on the defensive play.
Great coverage there by Simmons. Able to stick with his receiver and keep his eye on the ball, alleviating any type of interference penalty. Good defense, forced a second down here for the Yellow Jackets.
Brings up 2nd down and 10, 4:23 here to go in the first quarter. Page on top 14-7 now. They've just turned the ball over. Fairview threatening now from their Page's 32-yard line. Ball is on the deck again, and that time Lusk able to salvage the play. And he's no gain on the play, brings up 3rd down.
Looks like he almost tried to run before he had the ball there, but was able to luckily get on top of the ball and go forward back to the line of scrimmage. Dangerous way of doing things, but luckily it worked out for him.
Harris again directing his tight end. Back to throw. Looks like he had a man open and scrambled out of there, but tripped up nicely by number 44. Again, that's Satterfield, who drops Harris in the Jacket backfield. Bring up 4th down and 10.
Looks like Harris kind of had his eyes set on one receiver, had a couple on the left side, but the defense of the Patriots made him roll right and he wasn't able to see it. Looks like Coach Hughes over there on the Yellow Jacket side is going to roll the dice here on 4th and 14.
4th down and 14, so a loss of 4 yards on the play. Harris again. Back to throw, heaves to the corner and nearly picked off. I believe that was number 23. That was Luke Bowers. Or sorry, number 22. That was Jandreski on the breakup. And so Page will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31.
Michael, that is my fault. That is bad spotting on my part.
Did you figure out who it was?
It was Colby Burns, number 21 there on the deflection there.
You can't trust my eyes. I rely on the young eyes of one Parker Hazard. So that's all your fault.
Exactly. On this one, yeah, I will take responsibility for that.
So here are the Patriots, 1st down and 10. They get the ball back at their own 31-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. They choose to go to the left. That is Witten Luker. And he'll have a nice gain up to about the 43-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Cade Walker's got a nice arm on him. Everything he's thrown has been on a rope, straight to the numbers. So far, so good there for number 7.
So pickup of 7 brings up 2nd down and 3. Nice down and distance for these Patriots. They can go into their arsenal right here a little bit more with this 2nd and short. And in trouble now is Walker. The reception made by Luker. And Luker with a nice pickup. Brought down by number 2, that's Russell.
And that was a great play there by Luker. Seeing that his quarterback was rushing out of the pocket, improvising and going away from the zone, or outside of the zone, excuse me, going in between those safeties. And Walker was able to find his man there for a positive gain.
So a 39-yard pickup for Page brings up 1st and 10 from the Fairview 27-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right for Walker, but they go inside. That give is to number 20, that's Rutland. And Rutland is up to the 25-yard line.
Looks like a healthy dose of that four wide receivers in a pistol formation there for the Patriots. A lot of different things you can do with that formation. And so far is confusing the Yellow Jackets defense, and the improvisation of Cade Walker being able to get out of the pocket and find his receivers who are helping him out on those broken routes is also showing a positive gain on this drive.
So pickup of 2 yards and sideline warning for the Patriots. That's the reason for the flag, I think. So 2nd down and 8. Walker again with 3 receivers to his right. Decides to go to his left again. That's Luker again, who's getting the majority of the workload this game, or this series rather. Crosses the 20-yard line to the 19. So pickup of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 2. 55 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter. Page again threatening to build on this 14-7 lead.
Fairview stacking. So they got, well, they're forced to run a little bit of man on the outside with the threat of these receivers.
That give inside to number 20, that's Rutland again. Rutland with a big pickup just a second ago, up to about the 11-yard line.
Great play by Zach Mangrum, number 16 there.
So pickup of 8 and brings up 1st down. Sorry.
No problem, man. You know, there's the way that the defense was set up there. A run was definitely the call, and linebacker there, Mangrum, was able to get through and stop the bleeding there on that run. There was potential for a longer game.
So that'll probably bring up the end of the 1st quarter, and it does as Page walks off the field. Fairview walks off the field. The 1st quarter of football of the 1st game in the books as Page threatening now to build on a 14-7 lead here at Page High School. This high school football season opener. I'm Michael Williams alongside with Parker Hazard. Our producer is Lance West. Camera guys are Michael Hutchison and Jack Johnson. the principal here at Page High School, the great Dr. Shane Pantal. Shane's daddy, Steve Pantal, taught me Tennessee history once upon a time, way back at Northside Junior High School.
How long ago was that, Michael?
That was 1 million years ago.
Okay.
That's when dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Boy, how this place has grown and become over the years. This new turf field that the Page High School has here, very nice.
We do have we have not mentioned the new turf yet. Beautiful new turf field here at Page High School. I think they were kind of under the gun to get that in before the first game of the season, but they've done a nice job. Is it double for the soccer field, it looks like as well.
That's right, and you can even tell with the track isn't even finished. They wanted to make sure they were going to have this game ready for the Battle of 840. And I'm glad we got to witness the first game of 2018 here, Mike.
The Battle of 840, absolutely. So start of the second quarter. Again, Page on top 14-7. First and 10. Page takes over. Walker again. The give inside. Couldn't see who that was firing through that gap for the Jackets. I think it was Luke Pape. Comes in and stops Burdick. For Rutland, rather. Sorry about that. So a loss of 3 yards on the play, brings up second down and 13.
That was a great push up front there by the defense of the Jackets. See if we see a little bit more motion in the backfield for the Patriots here. It seemed to be working for them so far this game.
So second and 13, again a high snap. Walker looked like he had his man open across the middle, chose to go to his left, and we've got a flag down.
Just able to get that ball away before being sacked. Luckily it was away from any type of turnover situation for the defense. See what our boys in black and white have to tell us.
So I wanted to take an opportunity to mention our Williamson County Athletics Director, Jeremy Qualls. Coach Qualls has put together kind of a game day sort of show before these high school games in front of the home crowds, student section. Gets these guys fired up, interviews a coach or two, and kids have a great time. And Coach Qualls is certainly to be commended for the effort that he's put forth in promoting Williamson County sports. So great job, Coach Qualls. Look forward to seeing you some more this year. Third down and 13 as Walker connects to his receiver, Miles Bond. Bond down to the 11-yard line. So pickup of 8 yards on the play. And Page will have to come in and try for the field goal as Tidmore will come in. So that's all right, go ahead.
He's talking about Tidmore here, newer kicker, shorter guy, soccer player, wanting to kick footballs, and so far he's showing off good skills. Let's see how he does here for a three-pointer.
So 28-yard try. Look good, but is no good. So the Pats come up empty on the field goal attempt, and Fairview will take over first and 10 from their own 11-yard line.
Going back to what you were saying about Coach Qualls and his new game day routine he's been doing here for these marquee games. I just think that's awesome, going off the college game day things that they do each week in college football, something that they didn't have when I was in high school at Independence, and definitely would have been a fun experience to have, but I'm glad I get to experience it up here as an announcer with you.
So first and 10 for Fairview as Brock Harris's pass falls incomplete.
Number 10, Brock Harris's pass.
They brought 6 or 7 guys out of the Patriots defense, and they did to Harris's face.
So the pass intended for Nardozzi again. Second down and 10. 10-16 to go here in the second quarter. Page on top, 14-7. Harris again, the give inside. Can't quite tell who that is. I think that's Nardozzi again. Nardozzi up close to the first down, just shy of the 30, so it'll bring up third down and a short one, looks like.
Looks like that was Austin Harshaw there to stop the first down run there from Nardozzi. Bringing up third and short.
Harris again, the give inside to Nardozzi. Got a little room, he's free. Nardozzi in a foot race and finally dragged down at about the 20-yard line. But a massive gain for these Yellow Jackets as Logan Nardozzi goes up the gut all the way to the 21-yard line.
Big run there by Nardozzi. Great blocking up front. Just wasn't able to beat that foot race with Burdick and company from the Patriots defense.
So Logan Nardozzi with a giant pickup for the Yellow Jackets. Puts the ball on about the 21-yard line, 22-yard line. First and 10 for Fairview, and another sideline warning against the Patriots will march the ball forward another 5 yards. So tack on another 5 yards. The ball rests at the 16-yard line for the Jackets, and now Fairview with their best scoring opportunity here in the second quarter. Harris again to his right side, and that ball will fall incomplete.
Looks like he got a little trigger happy there with that 5-man rush from the Patriots front coming in. So a little too excited there on his pass to the last one.
So Harris Lusk, the intended receiver on the play, brings up second down and 5. Harris again with that power I, kind of that old-fashioned formation.
That's right.
Under center. You don't see this a whole lot anymore in high school football. And maybe that's the reason why. Doesn't go very far as Nardozzi again gets the carry, picks it for no gain. He might have even lost a yard on that one.
Great push up front there by Jacob Dahl, big number 72 coming off the Riddle to start that many of tackles there to start Nardozzi. Decision time here for the Jackets.
So 3rd and 6 for the Yellow Jackets, 8:40 to go in the second quarter. Harris again, checking over his line, looks to his right, spins to his left, in trouble. Somehow sneaks out of that and finally will be dropped by Satterfield at the 30-yard line. He got a little help there from his buddy Austin Harshaw. So a big loss on the play all the way back to the 29-yard line.
Looked like great coverage downfield for the Patriots. To get Harris outside that pocket, nowhere to go. Also looks like looking over the sidelines to go for another fourth down here. Better hurry with that play clock down to 10.
They got to go. 5, 4, 2, and they just get it away. Harris again across the middle, caught, and there's a flag on the play. The reception made by Blake Russell. Check the flag.
Looked like number 10 Burdick there kind of met the receiver before the ball got there. And yeah, Russell was able to hold on to that ball. I would say
Come on, let's pound it in there now.
go ahead and negate that penalty and take that ball there inside the 5-yard line.
So pass interference against Page. Or Fairview picks up the first down on a huge pickup by Brock Harris, or the pass by Brock Harris to Russell. So puts the ball on the 3-yard line. After 4th down and 19.
Lined up big number 70, Connor Lindsley in as their fullback.
So they tighten up, and Nardozzi again, he gets the call. Page waiting for him right there at about the 5-yard line. Bowers, rather.
So far, it looks like they get down closer to getting picked to the goal line. They're down, down here football.
So kind of the definition of bend but don't break so far for the Patriots. 2nd down and 5. Inside to Nardozzi again. He slips and falls just inside the 5-yard line. So 3rd down and 4. Just under 6:20 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
See if the
I guess it's, well, we'll call it 3rd down and goal. How about that?
yeah, 4-yard line.
So again, with the power I set up, 6:05 to go here in the 2nd. The end around again. This was the scoring play a little while ago. And nothing doing this time. I believe that was Russell on the carry. He's just inside the 5-yard line. Well, Coach Hughes again, he's 4th down and goal this time. Coach Hughes has gone for it on consecutive 4th downs. So does he try to punch it into the end zone this time? Or do they go ahead and opt for the field goal?
Me personally, he's spoken highly of his kicker.
Well, question answered. Ball is snapped high over Harrison's head, and disaster for the Yellow Jackets. Ball is back to the 20-yard line. They were 5 yards away from pay dirt. And now they find themselves on the opposite end of the football at the 20-yard line.
It's almost like they weren't even set up in the backfield. Harris had his guys ready to go. And Simmons set the ball.
So pretty demoralizing for Fairview as they were able to get down as close as they've been since their touchdown in the 1st quarter. Walker again. 3 receivers to his right. Flushed out of his pocket. Finds his man, that's number 36, Nick Mitchell. And Nick Mitchell will have the first down up to the 36-yard line.
Looked like that Yellow Jacket defense is all in the center of the field. And big 36, Nick Mitchell over there was waiting for his quarterback to see him. He did. He was able to feed the ball for first down.
So first down at the 37-yard line for Page. Walker again with his back in the backfield. 3 receivers to his left. Goes over the middle and Wooden Luker again. Not quite prepared for that.
Good man covers there on the outside by number 9 for the Yellow Jackets, Parsons, there on Luker.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Pats. Again at their 37-yard line. Quick hit across the middle. The reception made by Bond again. Crosses midfield up to the 49-yard line. Bond will pick up the first down.
I like that play there. It was almost like the defense wasn't ready, and the only person ready for that football was Miles Bond. Able to with that little short slant for a good 12 to 15-yard gain.
So there's a pickup of 14. As Page again on the move. Rutland again. He's across the 45-yard line. Right at.
Check that. On the carry, number 20, Ryan Rutland for the Patriots.
Zach Mabram in there for the tackle for the Yellow Jackets once again. Seen his number on the ball multiple times so far this evening.
Second down and 6 from the 45-yard line. Cade Walker, quarterback for these Page Patriots, doing a great job tonight.
So you see something there in the middle, changing it up for his running back.
Walker will go ahead and keep himself, and he'll have 2-yard pickup. Page looking to add to this 14-7 score. They'd love to go into the locker room up 21-7. And looks like Fairview will go ahead and give them the first down on the encroachment call. So Page needed 4, and Fairview gave them 5. So the Patriots will have the ball first and 10 from the Fairview 38. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Michael, with that clock moving, just getting to 2:45, this half is in the Patriots' hands. They can work the clock however they need to.
Again, a high snap. We're kind of mixed up on our signals there. And Walker turns nothing into something as he crosses the 30-yard line, inside the 30-yard line, to about the 29. Pickup of 9 yards on the play.
Did stop the clock.
Second down and 1 for the Patriots.
Two receivers left, 2 receivers right. The give is up the middle. Again, that's Rutland. And he's stopped just shy of the 25-yard line, but it's still enough for a first down. Parsons on the stop for the Yellow Jackets.
So it's going to be a big telltale sign of tonight's game. When Page has the clock on their side, they're able to pound the ball down. How much is that going to tire the Jackets defense with a little depth?
Exactly. You got to think Page is liable to pop one here in a second if they can keep leaning on these Yellow Jackets. That give inside is to number 18. That's Brock Compton again. He'll pick up 2 yards on the play. As we tick down to a minute and a half to go in the first half. Spread everybody out. Walker again to the left side in the corner of the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. Quincy Brock Compton. It was Michael Burdick. That's what I said.
Number 2 tonight for Mr. Burdick.
His second touchdown of the night, 24 yards. Up in the corner of that end zone, hauls it in for the score. His second score of the night.
What a pass also by Kay Walker. Outside shoulder, only where his receiver could catch it. Great pass and catch for 6 points, excuse me. Hope to be 7 later.
So Tidmore on for the point after, and it's straight and true. So we have a new score, 21-7. Page leading now this battle of 8:40. We've got 1:13 to go here in this first half as the Page student section comes to life.
So 1:13 left in this half with 1 or 2 timeouts is, to me, plenty of time. But with the Jackets having to burn those 3 timeouts early in this half, mainly the first quarter, might come up to bite them, but a good special team play, good field position, maybe spark some points going into halftime to get a little bit of momentum.
So Fairview's been down 2 scores before, but they were able to fight their way back and have been close a time or 2 since then. But a couple of unfortunate mistakes has them 2 scores down now. They've got 1 minute and 13 seconds to do something with the ball. So Tidmore set to kick it away for the Patriots. Help me out, who's back there to receive, Parker?
It looks like Nardozzi is back there accompanying number 2, Blake Russell.
For the Yellow Jackets, number 22, Logan Nardozzi.
That's what it is. Looks like Kim Harrison Lusk is trying to take this kickoff. Taking off this kickoff.
So Tidmore pops it short, taking it about the 18-yard line. That is Russell, breaks free. He's got a little room on that right side. And finally forced out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
That's definitely a return you're wanting to see if you're the Yellow Jackets. They started off with decent field position. Got some time to work with.
First and 10 Yellow Jackets from their own 38-yard line.
See if Brock Harris can show off that arm a little bit here.
So another issue with the play clock, but I guess that will be ignored. 1:01 to go here in the second. Harris again, back to pass. He's got a minute to work with here. Chased out of his pocket, finds his receiver, and that was number 82, Will Hike. And incomplete.
Looks like it was well covered downfield by Page, forcing Harris to go to his last option, the sideline. Just wasn't able to complete it.
Brings up 2nd down and 10, under a minute to go here in the second.
You're watching out for number 10, Dale Burdick out here at the ball hawk and deep safety.
Harris again. He's got his man this time. That's Harris Lusk. And he'll be taken down at about the 40-yard line. Nice pickup.
Great job deciding to go inside by Lusk. Probably got an extra 7 to 8 yards there until going out of bounds with the clock stopping the chains moving. Not a bad play.
So first down at their 41, and looks like Harris will spike it to kill the clock there.
See if Harris can work out something over there with the coaching staff on the Jackets sideline. Would love to get something on the outside to stop the clock, but yards are always good.
So Harris with 34 seconds to work with. He's got 3 receivers to his right. He goes to his right, and that was nearly blown up, but so Cam Harris-Lusk fights out of the tackle.
Get out of bounds, Michael.
Didn't quite make it out of bounds, and Fairview's going to be rushed to get this play off. 15 seconds to go. And Harris is going to have to wing it right here. Tries to get out of bounds. Does. I believe that was Cam Harris-Lusk again. So 3 seconds to do something. Fairview does pick up the first.
Looks like they're going to bring out Skylar Wilson to attempt this long field goal here.
So 3 seconds to go. Skylar Wilson, the kicker. That one's going to fall just short. And brings up the end of the first half. So with 2 quarters in the books of this season opener against Page and Fairview, it's the Patriots 21, Fairview 7. I'm Michael Williams alongside Parker Hazard, and we will be back for 3rd quarter action in just a little bit. Back at Page High School and Waylon Jennings Stadium for this battle of 840 between these Page Patriots and the Fairview Yellow Jackets. Page on top 21-7 as we enter this second half of this ball game. Michael Williams alongside Parker Hazard. And Parker, first period, first quarter, Page had some nice offensive drives. Fairview tried to answer a time or two. Was able to once and got close another couple of times, but Page maintaining their momentum as Fairview comes away with it and comes out to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and there's Nardozzi again, that running back they're going to lean to are the Yellow Jackets, especially this second half. But going off of what you were just saying, yeah, you know, Page got off to a fast start. Fairview answering back with some positive drives, and then just towards the end there, well, first in the first quarter, expending all of their timeouts, but they're towards the end of the second quarter, kind of shooting themselves in the foot, down 14. Hopefully get a fast start here in the second half with this drive.
So Brock Harris, he's back out on leading the Jackets again. Nardozzi again with the dive inside, picks up maybe a yard. Nardozzi bearing the brunt of the workload for these Yellow Jackets, getting a number of calls early. These games have come down to the wire the last couple of years. In 2016, it was a 43-yard kick with no time on the clock that won it for Fairview. And then last year, Page beat Fairview at the Yellow Jackets' house, 28-14. So the visiting team has had the advantage over the last couple of years. Don't know if that'll still be the case this time. Pass intended for Harris-Lusk that time, batted down. Couldn't tell who got the mid up there to knock the ball down.
That was once again number 44 Jackson Satterfield. Looks like he has a brother on the squad as well, number 43. But his name has been called multiple times for the Patriots.
Satterfield, number 44, kind of all over the place there. A great player back in the day in the mid-'80s, a Brian Bosworth, the middle linebacker. I believe he wore number 44 as well. I'm dating myself one more time. So Harris in the backfield. He got 3 receivers to his left. And that is complete to number 2. I believe that's Blake Russell, or 22 rather. That's Nardozzi again. Close to the first down.
Got to do a little swing pass, get him to the outside. A running play by pass, if you will.
So pickup of 7, and that's going to be a yard shy of the first down. Coach Hughes, Chris Hughes, the head coach for the Yellow Jackets, he's going for it again. This time 4th and 1 from the 39. I believe this is the 4th time in the game The Yellow Jackets have gone for it on 4th down. And I don't know that any time has been successful. Parker, do you?
No, I believe each time they have come up short, and looks like the Yellow Jackets are taking this timeout and kind of taking the words right out of my mouth. Looked like they were kind of doing a hard count to force Page off sides, but to me this is a little bit of a sketchy call on your own 39-yard line, 4th and a long 2. And if you do not convert here on 4th down, you are giving Page little field to work with, and with their momentum that they took to the locker room, not something that Coach Hughes and the Yellow Jackets really want to mess with. So we'll see what they decide to do here after this timeout.
So I'm noticing the sideline for the Patriots. Look, they are well off that yellow line. They picked up 2 sideline warnings in the first half, and it cost them a 5-yard penalty. So Coach Rathbone probably got on his troops in the locker room there at halftime and said, you fellas don't even think about towing that yellow line and getting another sideline warning. There's a 1st down. The pickup by Cam Harris-Lusk, the senior who's had a big game. He had a huge touchdown in the first half. So it brings up 1st down as the Yellow Jackets are up to their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, Brock Harris is definitely going to turn to Lusk and Nardozzi to get these guys downfield, and with Russell's help on the right side, number 2, try to get some things going.
So again, that power I formation for Brock Harris. They give to his tailback, and Page stacks that up nicely.
Looks like he's going to lose a yard there, Mike.
Nardozzi again. So maybe a loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 11.
Looks like they're spreading out just a little bit, bringing a couple bigger bodies up front of the Jackets.
They give to that right side, and again, that's Nardozzi. And he maybe picks up a yard on the play.
He might have been able to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Wasn't able to pick up the block from his tackle on the right side. Luke Bowers able to bring him down with little to no yards there. Another big 3rd down here for Harris and his offense.
So call it 3rd down and 10 for Fairview. 3 receivers left, 1 right, another bobbled snap. Harris down the sideline,
Great
has
catch.
his man. I believe that was Harris-Lusk again.
It's going to be
And
awfully
he's
close.
Close to the 1st down, right there at the flag, and I believe they will go ahead and move the chain. So a huge pickup for the Yellow Jackets as the seniors connect. Brock Harris and Cam Harris-Lusk.
That was a frozen rope there by Brock. Probably threw a 15-yard pass about 32 yards across field there, right on the line.
So 1st and 10 as the Jackets cross midfield. Harris will keep this one himself. He's got a little bit of running room, makes his way to the 40-yard line, so a nice gain on 1st down.
You know, that's the 2nd time Harris has kept that ball with Nardozzi going in motion in the backfield, and it's opened up. A solid gain on 1st down. Maybe something to look to moving into going on to the 2nd half here. Something that the Patriots aren't expecting.
So 2nd down 4, 8:24 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Page on top, 21-7. We've got to take a little timeout for a shaken up player. Can't tell who it is right there at midfield. And he's up, I believe that was number 23, Luke Bowers.
Another one of those defensive components tonight for the Patriots, who's been in a lot of plays in the outside linebacker position. Hopefully he's okay. Something else to think about, Michael. A little bit of a free timeout for the Yellow Jackets, a little breather, get some Gatorade in you, and continue this so far so good positive drive starting off in the second half.
So we're back to action, 8:21 to go. Harris again with the, sends us back in motion, and he'll keep it himself. That's not Harris, though. That is Harris Lusk.
Patriots having nothing to do with that one.
And Page able to sniff that out. So maybe a loss of a yard on the play brings up 3rd down and 4. Somebody I haven't called very much tonight, Max Van Landingham, a big defensive player for the Patriots. He's having a big night. Called his name a number of times over the PA system.
Yeah, big, tall, lengthy guy there on the defensive end position for the Patriots. With some speed added to that.
Jackets now shifting things up. Harris out to his receiver, and I believe that is number 40. Brody Cox, haven't called his name tonight.
It's a good play call by the Jackets, running that screen there, but sniffed out really well by the Patriots, and looked to be Colby Burns, number 21 on the outside, making that stop, bringing up 4th down here.
So set up the ball at the 41-yard line. Again, the Jackets decide to go on 4th and 4. Harris checks his sideline, checks his wrist calculator, and calls his play. He's got 2 receivers left, 2 right. He decides to go to his left, and he's got his man. So Will Hike on the reception right there, good enough for the 1st down, up to the 35-yard line.
It's another hitch route there on the left side of the field that's working out for Brock Harris and the offensive company there.
So again, 2 left and 2 right. That gives to Nardozzi. Just about turned into a disaster. Nardozzi picks up about 3 yards on the play. As again, the snap was bobbled by Harris. Probably got some drills in mind for this week as they work on those bobbled snaps.
I'd say so, but that's a great job by Nardozzi, just keeping his composure and able to hold on to that ball and get a good solid 4-yard gain on 1st down.
So 2nd down and 6. Again with a power I. Don't see it so much, used to see it all the time in my day. They give to the fullback up the middle. Still can't see who it is.
Pretty sure that's, if it's the same fullback as it's been in the game, that's going to be 40, Brody Cox.
So Cox with the carry up there. He'll take it across the 25-yard line and pick up the 1st down. So that quick hitter right there.
Been wondering when they're going to utilize that fullback with his legs. And glad we got to see it. It was a great play call.
Up to the 22. 1st and 10. 5:24 remaining in the 3rd. Again, the I formation. Cox sends his receiver to the right. Up the middle is Nardozzi. Spinning and fighting across the 20-yard line up to about the 18. Nardozzi with a hard charging 4-yard gain right there.
I like the way he runs, Michael. He's not the biggest of guys, but he has no fear, and he lowers those shoulders and turns the legs, and seems to be getting positive yards every time he touches the football.
Typically takes more than one Patriot to bring him down. So
That's right.
2nd down and 6. The end around this time to Harris Lusk, and he's up to about the 15-yard line, a couple of yards shy of the 1st.
Looks like
and Harris Lusk maybe took a lick right there, and he is still down.
it's a big part of the Yellow Jackets offense. They would hate to see miss too much of this game. We hope the best for him. Judging by the last 5 to 6 plays here by the Yellow Jackets, Michael, they're turning away yards, 3 to 6 yards a play, and that is definitely good, getting to third and short situations. Tiring down that Patriots defense just a little bit, and
so this is a cramp right here, Harris Lusk, and they are the trainers pushing that toe toward the knee right there.
yeah,
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
know
I'm
what
sure
those feels like.
the humidity probably getting those guys, and stay hydrated.
Oh, that hurts. I think that's Harris Lusk down there.
Injured player for the Yellow Jackets, number 1, Cam Harris Lusk.
Looks like he got him a pretty good cramp there. The show must go on for the Yellow Jackets.
Well said, Harris Lusk. He's being hauled off the field. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it might be more than a cramp, but the way that trainer came down and started pushing his toe towards his knee, that was usually exemplifies a calf cramp. Nevertheless, we are 3rd down and 3. Again, the bobbled snap. Harris swarmed over by that Patriots defense. Makes it back to about the 20-yard line, maybe a loss of 4 on the play. Big Jacob Dahl, rather, blew that play up.
Another one of those guys in the Patriots defense, especially on the front. Been in a lot of plays. 3rd, 4th down situation that they're going for on this same drive.
So Coach Chris Hughes again elects to roll the bones for these Fairview Yellow Jackets. Harris fires away. He got his man.
Wow, great catch.
That's Blake Russell. And he'll have the 1st down inside the 10-yard line.
Great route by Russell.
That's one of the best plays for Fairview, is that 4th and whatever, and Harris going back and finding his receiver over in the corner.
That's right. The first 2 was the hitch on the left side, and this one had a little bit of a sluggo action going to the outside by Russell and getting Simmons for the Patriots a little off guard there.
So inside the 10-yard line, again the give to the fullback, Brody Cox, almost to the 5-yard line. So Fairview threatening now, only down 2 scores as we take the 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd.
This is a heck of a drive by the Jackets too. There's 3 to 6 yard gains with the 4th down conversions. The clock is continuing to roll and keeping the ball out of the Patriots' hands.
Offset eye. Harris. Oh, blown up nicely. That was number 10 is Michael Burdick from his defensive position. Burdick comes in and sniffs that out, says nothing doing.
He was sitting pretty waiting on that one right there, Michael. That was a great hit.
So Burdick's hit causes a 5-yard loss for Fairview. They're back at their 11-yard line. .210 to go here in the 3rd, rather. Fairview threatening, but Burdick with a huge play right there. Harris rolling to his left, in trouble. He'll be brought down by number 5. That is Nick Hurd.
Well, Michael, 4th down coming up. 4th time of this drive. And the Jackets have been able to face adversity and overcome it, but it looks like they're going to bring out the special teams here.
Looks like Skylar Wilson. Ball's marked on the 17, so a 34-yard field goal try here from the left hash. Wilson with the distance and just shy. And we've got a flag on the play. I wonder if this might be unsportsmanlike on Page. I know we've got a personal foul on Fairview.
Well, that's definitely not what you want. I wasn't able to see what that was from.
I thought maybe Page might have been called for an excessive celebration there on the missed field goal.
Well, once again, this is also one of those situations where the Jackets are kind of insult to their own injury and shoot themselves in the foot and giving Page a little bit better field position. Wow, all the way to the 35-yard line.
So Page will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Minute 15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Big spread now for Page. That give is inside. Burdick again. This time from his offensive position up to about the 39-yard line. So pick up a 4 on the play.
Looks like we got some type of official timeout here.
So I think we might have an equipment issue or another injury. I think we had an equipment issue for Fairview. 2nd down and 6 from the 39. 44 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. Page on top, 21-7. Walker again, the give inside. A little running room. A lot of running room. Quincy Brock Compton. Couldn't quite tell who that was as Brock Compton found a lot of green in front of him, and he crosses the 35-yard line.
You know, we haven't seen much of Compton work tonight, only short down distance, but once that kid gets a hole, he squeaks out of there and has some good speed going out in open areas.
So Brock Compton with a pickup of 28 yards all the way up to the Fairview 34-yard line, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3, in this opener, the season opener of high school football here in Williamson County, it's Page 21 and the Yellow Jackets of Fairview 7. Again, Parker Hazard, this game has come down to some pretty bizarre plays at the end of the game. A couple of years ago, Fairview won on a 43-yard field goal. Of course, Coach Hughes not real crazy about going for field goals tonight, as he's gone for it on a number of 4th down plays. And last year, Page beats Fairview at Fairview, and again, if Patriots can hold on here, it go back-to-back for the first time in a long time.
I was going to say, yeah, it'll kind of break the cycle, break the pattern of this little bit of rivalry that these two coaches had. And like we said earlier, these two coaches, you know, have such a respect for one another, good friends. But you know, once the lights are on and the game starts, they know the task at hand, and it's very special to see both of these teams get to open up the year with this great atmosphere here in Page and start off 2018 correctly.
So the Patriots in great position to start the 4th quarter. Here's Walker again to his left. The catch is made by Brock Compton, and he's close to a 1st down. Burdick again, sorry.
That 0 and 8 gets confusing too for me too. I also thought it was Brock Compton there at the beginning. Looked like Brock Compton actually ran into Cave Walker there. Luckily, he was able to find his receiver for the positive gain and move the chains.
In my entire career with WCTV, I've never called a player by the wrong name.
Well, it's not a problem at all.
I'm totally lying about that.
Hey, we'll work together to get through it.
Walker again with 3 receivers to his right, 11-11 to go. The give is inside again to Brock Compton, and that is sniffed out by the Yellow Jackets. So 2-yard loss for the Patriots. 2nd down and 12 from the Fairview 25.
Looked like that run up the middle. Brock Compton wasn't able to sniff anything out there. The Yellow Jackets were ready for him. Looks like they're bringing some heat here. And they back off.
Walker again in trouble, rolling to his right, finds his man. And I believe that's number 13. That is Miles Bond. Bond is up across the 20-yard line up to about the 18. So pickup of 7 yards on the play.
I don't know what the
we've got a couple of handkerchiefs down on the ground.
Oh, we do. It looked like they were trying to put some pressure on the outside, and once they backed up, the interior of the Patriots offensive line kind of gave in. I don't know what happened there, but Cade Walker again able to go out of the pocket.
So an illegal man downfield is the call for the Patriots. That will back them up. So wipe the gain off.
That's the 2nd time tonight that Walker has had to roll out to the right and made that positive gain, but have been penalized by that illegal man downfield.
Page student section out on the track now, getting their party on. 2nd down, 17. Walker again, single receiver to his right, 3 to his left on the short side of the field. Looks to his left, decides to go right.
Oh,
and that will be picked off. The interception made by number 7, Anakin King.
Well, that is big, big, big for the Jackets. Needing a big stop here as Page seemed to be driving down the field. But Michael, looks like around the 30-yard line we got some laundry on the field once again.
So another penalty flag. Personal foul against the Patriots. That'll be wiped off.
Looks like they'll get some extra yardage after the spot of the ball.
Oh, that's right. So now we'll count off another 15 yards. So
okay, so it was on Fairview.
So he pointed. All right.
So a little confusion. First game of the year. It's all good.
Thought he pointed to the Patriots there. So that's against the Jackets, but they still have the turnover. And they'll spot the ball on the 2-yard line. So we've got that figured out. 10:05 to go in the ball game. Fairview with a big turnover here, but they are backed up against the wall at their own 2-yard line. Harris standing deep in his own end zone. The give, this is that pass by Cam Lusk, and nearly a disaster as that fell as I believe that was Brady Buckley, the corner, unable to collect that interception.
Not the most ideal situations for a trick play in your own end zone there.
And here comes the rain. Right on cue.
Right as it started to get cooler, I was wondering when it was going to come.
So that give inside, I believe that is to Nardozzi again. As the crowd scrambles for cover, as the bottom is about to fall out here. And we've got an injured player. Where did this come from?
I knew it was too good to be true with how nice it was when the game started.
It's actually coming down really hard.
Back our gear up before we all get electrocuted.
Looks like there's another Yellow Jacket down on the field there.
So Parker, I didn't tell you this, but whenever we have a bad rain squall like this, Lance pays us a lot more.
You know, I heard something about that. I need to get with him and see how true that is. At least the man was nice enough to get us a 10 up here, stay at least semi-dry.
That's very true.
Doesn't look like the students here at Page have any problems with this rain coming down.
We don't go on event, so we just either film, and we just gotta film one game.
So it looks like we've got another cramping issue for one of the Jackets who's down on the field.
See how this rain changes the game plan and schemes of both teams, the offense and defensive side of the ball. But more importantly, the Yellow Jackets got to figure out what they're going to do here, 3rd and long, inside their own 5-yard line.
Hey Jack, move that yellow thing back so I can move that yellow thing back so I can inch this backwards.
So Connor Lindsay, the shaken up Yellow Jacket, as he tries to walk looks like he's trying to walk a cramp off.
All right, big 3rd down here, Michael. Let's see what the Yellow Jackets decide to do.
So they wind the clock, 3rd down and 7 from the 5-yard line. Harris again, back to pass, looking across the middle, and that one will be knocked away.
Oh,
and
wow.
I believe they're going to call Burdick for the pass interference.
Great protection up front there for Brock Harris. Had plenty of time to find his receiver. Looks like Burdick got a little bit excited and reached around the back of the Jackets receiver. That's going to be a big, big penalty there against the Patriots.
So give the Yellow Jackets 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line now.
I don't know anything.
A little bit more breathing room for him, though.
Just getting it over now.
Looked like it was pretty well defended, but apparently the referee saw something that I didn't from 50 yards away.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of a jersey grab around his back. Nonetheless, giving the Jackets a little breathing room here.
9:33, 1st and 10. Give inside to Nardozzi again. Close to the 25-yard line. Call it a pickup of 2, maybe 3.
Another one of those long reaches from Harris or Nardozzi on the give. Like you said, maybe something they're going to have to work out next week in practice. So far, so good with the work.
2nd down, 6 now from the 24-yard line. Harris again fakes the inside give. He's got his man, I believe that is Harris Lusk, out to the side. Bobbled the ball momentarily.
Yeah, got the ball boy over there on the side trying to get those balls as dry as possible. Looked like it slipped out of Harris's hands when it met number 1, Harris Lusk. Just able to hold on the ball.
So So just shy of the 30-yard line, brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Yellow Jackets. And Harris almost with the sack, and to Harris Lusk, who's just across the 30-yard line to the 31.
It's going to be enough.
And they'll give him the 1st down on that. So the Jackets keep their drive alive with 8:18 to go here in the ball game.
Great illusion there by Brock Harris. Looks like he was shaken up just a tad bit. Looking to toughen through it and get his troops down the field.
Harris looks long, rolling to his right, finds his man.
Yeah.
Can't see who the receiver is, but I can definitely tell you that was a late hit out of bounds as the defender kept driving his man way out of bounds.
Michael, it looked to be Harris Lusk once again with the catch, and just a silly mistake, mental error on the defensive page once again.
So Harris Lusk driven out of bounds, couldn't see who the defensive player was. And they'll tack on another 15 yards. So the Patriots kind of letting the Jackets off the mat here with a couple of big penalties.
Yeah, really, Michael, they had a chance to put the game away with a 3-down stop with the Jackets in their own goal line, and a couple big plays by the offense and here, and penalties on the defense there. Brought them to where they are now.
So 1st and 10 from the 35. The give again to the fullback is Cox, and he's up across the 20-yard line or inside the 20-yard line.
I like it, doing that dose to the fullback as we talked about earlier in the game. I like adding it into the scheme. Patriots definitely weren't ready for that.
1st and 10 from the 19. Little mix up on the play, and the ball comes free. Fairview on top of it, I believe number 10, that's Brock Harris. Harris again. Quarterback able to jump on the loose ball.
Keeping that head on the swivel, keeping your team in possession. That's what you look for in your quarterback.
Ball inside the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 10. The give outside to Nardozzi, shakes free of the tackle, and up inside to about the 18. So not much of a gain. Couldn't see who the defensive player was that shot that gap and slowed that play down. I believe it was Burdick.
Well, I think you're right. I think 21 for the Patriots, Colby Burns was the first to meet him and was slipped off of him. Ball's wet, jerseys are wet. It's going to be hard to contain each other and the ball as the rain continues to come down here. But we'll be interested to see how both teams adapt to it. And with the Jackets driving right now, with half of the last quarter left to go, should be an interesting final quarter to play here. Michael, it looks like Fairview just used their 2nd of 3 timeouts here in the second half. A little bit better than they did in the first half.
Well, the play clock got him a couple of times in the first half.
Very true.
Don't know how much Fairview was to blame for that, as that play clock got started mighty quickly.
You know, and I believe Fairview doesn't even have a play clock at their own field, I believe is what I heard from their coaches. So that's something they're not even used to.
So 3rd down and 9 from the 18. Here are the Jackets. What can they do? Inside again to Harris Lusk, I believe. And once again, Harris Lusk close to the 5-yard line, picks up the first down.
That offensive line up front for the Jackets, allowing Harris to stand in the pocket real close to the offensive line and getting Harris Lusk inside that zone. Great play on third down.
They give inside. I believe that's to Cox. And he's across the 5-yard line as the big pig pile happens there at about the 4-yard line. We tick towards 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Still time left, but Fairview definitely up against it here.
Yeah, definitely need to score soon and quick and give themselves some time to make some stops on defense to get that ball back.
Second and goal, inside 6 minutes to go. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Harris sends his man in motion. That's Harris Lusk, and Harris Lusk once again for his second touchdown.
Looks like he got over that cramp, Michael.
Sure does.
Great misdirection once again for the Jackets, able to spread the defense outside and cut back in the middle. Easy hole, untouched for the touchdown for Harris Lusk.
So on for the point after. Wet ball, it gets away from him.
Man.
So bad news. What was going to be a 1-score game is now down to a 2-score game with the bobbled snap and that wet ball. So 5:42 to go.
Well, now, Michael,
Well, we can hit the 2-point conversion if we score. So I guess it is a 1-point or single score again.
I was going to say, if they can get a stop, a good field position, and work one of those drives again, gives them a chance. But
well, I'll defer to your expertise, Parker. What do you do right here if you're coaching Fairview?
I would definitely keep the ball out of the hands of number 10 of the Patriots, Michael Burdick.
Is it too soon to think about an onside kick?
I believe so, only because you come up short and don't convert it. You're given a very short field for the Patriots, and you know they have taken advantage of that so far in the game. Granted, good defense on Page's first possession of this half, which you got to think 5:42 left in this game. This is only Page's second possession of the half, so Fairview's done a really good job of ball control, time of possession. I don't know. It looks like Page is going to be prepared for an onside, and it looks like Fairview's going to go for it.
Well, they've got everybody up tight, and it looks like they are going to try this onside with 5:42 to go. Ball hits the 10 yards and sails out of bounds, so Page will have nice field position at the 50-yard line. I guess they were looking for that big hop, and they never quite got it as the ball kind of lasered its way out of bounds there.
Yeah, they had Nardozzi there on the outside trying to read that hop once it hit the 50, which would have been the 10-yard line to gain. It looks like just being wet, it just went right through his arms, which would have been a close call either way of catching it right there on the line. But good try nonetheless. Defense is going to have to come up big for the Jackets here.
So the ball went directly out of bounds, wasn't touched by anybody, so that's a penalty on Fairview of 5 yards. So the Patriots will take over 1st and 10 from the Fairview 44-yard line. That give inside Nick Hurd.
Yeah, it looks like Fairview's defending a run-heavy offense for this possession of the Patriots, which you would think, since you would think they were going to run the clock out. So just don't want to get too aggressive. Cade Walker's arm has definitely showed that it can go deep over the defense.
Walker can take this down under 5 minutes. And again, the snap gets away from him. Walker going to try to make something out of nothing. And he does. He's past the 50-yard line, ridden out of bounds. And we'll throw a flag here. This is high school football.
Another one of those aggressive tackles taking him out of bounds. Nothing malicious there, just
So a little overzealous.
yeah, a little too much momentum there.
High school football, when it looks like your back is up against the wall and all of a sudden things look rosy for you.
Well, same thing happened to Fairview on the other side of the ball last possession with Page giving up some field. And we'll see if Fairview can stick together and hold strong. And
So a giant first down for Page as the ball is spotted at the 28-yard line following the personal foul penalty.
very interesting stacked set in the backfield for the Patriots.
So Page will move on that one, I believe.
Yep. So back and forth, helping each other out.
Offside against the Patriots. 5-yard penalty. First down and 15.
So the rain squall seems to have stopped, at least momentarily. Give inside, that is to, I think that was Burdick again. Brock Compton, excuse me.
Stephen Jewell able to come across the line and stop him for a minimal gain. Looks like he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 15 for the Patriots.
Second and 15, ball at the 33-yard line. Interesting stack again here.
Walker's letting that play clock run.
And again, crossing the 30-yard line is Brock Compton again.
On the carry for the Patriots, number 18, Quincy Brock Compton.
Michael, looks like Fairview is going to burn their last time out to stop the clock.
First timeout on the field, Fairview.
Interesting call.
So the Jackets call timeout with under 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. Page on top, 21-13. In this season opener, the Battle of 840. Brentwood High School and Franklin High School meeting for the 40th time tonight.
And is that at Franklin, Michael?
Don't know. Good question.
I just know, I'm pretty sure I heard correctly, Franklin got some new turf on their field as well.
Ravenwood playing at Centennial tonight. And here we go, 3:57 to go, third down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Walker to that left side, finds some daylight. And he's up to about the 12-yard line. Another penalty flag comes in. And it looks like Satterfield clutching a leg, and he looks like he's cramping up as well.
Injured player on the field for the Patriots, number 44, Jackson Satterfield.
These wet and muggy conditions can definitely take a toll on an athlete.
So I think this is the third or fourth calf cramp we've had tonight. This is probably happening all over the county tonight.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm going to have to start stretching myself up here before we get too excited.
Well, those calf cramps are like something just jumps up and bites you. Can't move.
Definitely not fun, that's for sure.
Thankfully, they don't last very long.
Go back to that run by Cade Walker, spreading everybody out. Myself and the Jackets defense were not expecting a straight quarterback run, and definitely paid off for them.
So the penalty apparently was for a face mask, so that will put the Patriots that much closer to the goal line. Ball is spotted on the 7, where Page will have it 1st and goal, and they can pretty much shut the door on these Jackets here tonight and go back-to-back for the first time in a long time. Brock Compton again, weaving his way through traffic, and again a penalty flag flies.
Not sure what that was for. I couldn't see anything from this angle.
Brock Compton makes it up to the 5. Not sure what the call is. And we've got a hold on the Patriots.
Huh? I'll push through this quarter. I have them.
Bring a little fresh personnel in on the Patriots.
Holding against the Patriots. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Brings up 1st down.
That momentum shift. This entire half has just been crazy. Back and forth. Penalties seem to be being the cause of that for both teams.
So the ball is on the 17-yard line of Fairview. 3:25 to go in the game. Whistle this one up too, as Page will call a timeout. So starting a good season of Williamson County football here. Myself, Michael Williams, alongside Parker Hazard. So get my phone out and check where we'll be next week. At the 24th, we are at Independence High School for the border battle.
That's right.
The border battle between Summit and Independence. Following weekend, Independence will travel to my school, Centennial, as Indy will battle the Cougars. And then for the month of September, we'll see Nolensville play at Summit. The Battle of the Woods coming up September the 14th, Brentwood and Ravenwood.
It's going to be a very exciting game to watch right there.
Get to head to that new beautiful campus down at Nolensville High School on September 21st as we watch Brentwood battle Nolensville. And rounding out the month, Centennial at the Rebels House of Franklin. So here we are, 3:25 to go in the ball game. Walker cuts it up to his left side, got some daylight, finds the end zone. Cade Walker from 17 yards away.
Spread it out again, did they? Got him in, untouched. Looks like that might do it. No timeouts for the Jackets. Still plenty of time to make something happen, though.
So Tidwell on for the point after. And Page has the same score they had last year, 28-13. 3:12 to go here in the ball game. Not an impossible task to overcome for Fairview. It is high school football, keep in mind.
Yeah, once again, special teams being a big key to tonight's game. Another big return by Nardozzi and crew. Could set something up. And like you said, anything can happen here in high school football. Wet field, wet ball. It is not over. See if Coach Hughes over there with the Jackets can can get that young crew motivated to come out here and make this interesting. Keep the Page Patriots sweating a little bit. Yeah, Michael, looks like they got Nardozzi and looks like they're switching it up back there. Dylan Jewell, number 6, accompanying him. It's a new name.
So Tidwell set to kick it away for the Patriots. Nardozzi back deep. And Dylan Jewell set to receive. 3:12 to go here in the ball game. Tidwell pooches this one short. Taken by number 9, that's Logan Parsons. And Parsons is across the 40-yard line.
It's a good little gain there off the pooch kick by Parsons. I believe he's originally one of their linebackers. Showing a little bit of little wheels there.
First and 10, Yellow Jackets at their own 41-yard line.
The Jackets first and 10 from their own 41, 3:05 to go in the ball game. Harris again with 3 receivers right. They're going to have to air it out now. And that fast pass will fall incomplete to Blake Russell. Bring up second down and 10.
A little roll out to the left, look back right, trying to get the defense off guard. Just a little errant throw there by Brock.
So second and 10 now. Harris, 3 receivers to his right, goes right, finds Harris Lusk, the way he's found him all night long seemingly, as Harris Lusk picks up a big first down up to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Mr. Lusk took another hard hat from Michael Burdick there in the middle of the field.
So that senior connection. Harris again. Rolls to his right, in trouble. Big holding call coming up. This one's going to come back anyway after the incomplete pass.
You know, even though there's a holding penalty, I like Brock Harris's pocket presence there to elude the pressure and stay composed. He has done that throughout the evening, but this time staying in the pocket, knowing he's got to get down the field with time running out. It's a good veteran move there.
The Jackets called for the hold. That will back them up back across midfield. Spot the ball at their own 47-yard line.
First down and 20 for the Yellow Jackets.
So 2:28 to go in the ball game.
Got to go quick here.
Harris, flush to his right. To Harris Lusk, and that one sniffed out nicely by number 23. I believe that was Luke Bowers. Or Cade Simon Simmons.
Coverage on the play by the Patriots, number 6, Simon Simmons.
Looked like the ball just settled a little bit on Brock there. Good job by Lusk staying with it and attempting to make that catch.
So the door closing here for Fairview. 2:18 to go in the ball game. Second down and 20. Harris again, looking, and that one bounces off the intended receiver, Nardozzi. So a couple more chances here for Fairview with 2:12 to go in the ball game.
Looks like that wet ball still becoming an issue. A couple passes running right through hands. Those sticky gloves they wear nowadays do not go well with a wet ball. Doesn't make it as easy to catch. Looks like Cam Lust actually took his gloves off here on the near side.
3rd down and 20. Harris flush to his left. The pass is caught by Nardozzi again. And he'll pick up the 1st down up to the 30-yard line.
Looks like
Burdick is down.
Got a little stung there. Looked like he went in low on the bigger Nardozzi and kind of came out on the other side of it, wrong side of it. Definitely hope he's okay. That's a big asset for the Patriots, offensively and defensively. Awfully quiet here at Waylon Jennings Stadium.
Nobody else is either, so on the field.
So Burdick may have had his bell rung there a little bit. He comes off kind of wobbly. So back to action, 1st down and 10 following the reception by Nardozzi. We are under 2 minutes to go in the game. Harris again, back to pass across the middle, and that one will sail. Intended for Nardozzi again, or for Harris Lusk.
Just another example of the ball sailing a little bit on Brock Harris. Definitely has the arm to get it there. Precision is definitely going to be key on these passes with the wet ball.
1:52 to go in the ball game. 2nd down and 10. Harris again to his right side. This time the catch is made
Wait, you said their quarterback?
by Harris Lusk once again.
Who's their quarterback?
Correct that. Blake Russell is.
I think he's your receiver, the one I was talking about.
Great
Partner
catch.
Parker Hazard can pick up the number from way across the field better than I can.
I don't know who their quarterback is.
It's a great catch by Russell, too. Hands in front of his body. Also looks like he took his gloves off.
1st and 10 now. Harris rolling to his left, in trouble, and chased out of bounds by number 16. That is Hayes Barnett.
Great job by Brock Harris to get out of bounds.
Stops the clock with 1:34 to go.
Good awareness. Good senior play by that quarterback.
They just called Logan Nardozzi. They just called Logan Nardozzi.
2nd down and 16. Again, a bobbled snap. Here's Harris to his right side. Got his man. And close to a 1st down. Russell on the reception.
Looks like
Brings
we're
up
gonna move the
1st and
chains.
goal. 1:34 to go. I don't know that the clock stopped, did it?
I believe it
Or
did.
started.
It stopped. It stopped for the chains to be moved, and I actually don't think. I think the Jackets got to the line in time to clock it before it resumed play.
So 1:34 to go. Again, this game has come down to the wire the last couple of years. And again, high school football, anything can happen. Down 15 points is Fairview.
They're definitely making it interesting. Trying to figure out what the officials are trying to get intact here. I believe you're right, Michael. The clock did not. It did not. All right, it stopped instead of continuing to go.
I thought we had a minute 34. Now we're down at a minute 18. That's what I thought. The clock didn't take off after that last play, so. They take off 16 seconds and it's back down to a minute 18.
Coach Hughes giving his quarterback some direction, and we're back here for the second down.
We're calling second down and goal. Scoreboard reads 1st and 5. Harris back to pass, lofts into the end zone, into the corner.
Uh-oh.
And we've got another flag down, and I think we're going to have a defensive personal foul. The pass, I believe, intended for Harris Lusk. That's exactly what it is, a personal foul against the Patriots. So that'll put the ball half the distance to the goal.
Patriots are definitely making it easier for the Jackets here. Although time is not on the Jackets' side, especially with no timeouts, trying to hurry and get in the end zone here.
So back to 1st and goal now. Power I. The give inside to Cox. And a big pile of people right there, about the maybe a pickup of a yard.
Just able to make it to the 1.
So back at it, under a minute to go. And again into Cox. And signal, and there's the touchdown.
Good push up front there by Cox on the offensive line for the Jackets. To cut it to 9.
So Brody Cox, the fullback, a number of carries tonight, and he finally able to punch that one over with 49 seconds left. And I believe the Jackets will have to go for 2 right here. Try to cut it to a touchdown.
This is going to be their game right here, Michael.
And now Page will call a timeout.
Looks like maybe it was a formation of the Jackets that Page was not really ready for or unfamiliar with. We need to talk it over. Takes them down to 1 timeout left in the game. Well, Michael, hypothetically speaking, if the Jackets can convert this 2-point conversion, Their first effort of an onside kick was it wasn't able to be made, but it definitely was close. Definitely don't think there'll be any question in whether or not they're going to decide to do that. See what Hughes and the Jackets staff come up with for this 2-point conversion play.
So now they're going to kick the field goal.
Oh boy.
So Wilson on to attempt the point after, rather.
Kind of tricked us all on that one.
So cuts the score to 28-20 with 49 seconds to go.
Well, definitely the safer of the two options. Putting faith in your special teams coach is Hughes, and or special teams personnel, excuse me, is Coach Hughes, and we'll say if they convert, which I am sure to be an onside kick.
Well, the first onside kick earlier kind of shot right out of bounds. Nobody touched that. They didn't get the bounce they were hoping for, and so you got to think they're hoping for a little something, hoping for a different result this time.
Yeah, and it was a good look too. I mean, it was a good idea. You got your speed guys on the outside going for it to try to catch the ball before it goes out of bounds. But with the conditions, do you switch up strategy and go to a different type of kick, or or go back to what almost worked before? We'll see what they decide to do. But this is Fairview's game and up in the air right here.
So Skylar Wilson now will tee it up. If Page can recover, that's probably the ball game.
Big
Ball
bounce.
doesn't go 10 yards. And Page's number 7, that is Cade Walker, the QB.
QB showing off the hands.
He catches the carom, or he catches the high bounce, and it looks like he's shaken up down there.
Uh-oh.
He's able to take the ball down to about the 31-yard line.
Definitely not the first person I was going to think that was going to come in and grab that ball out of the air, being the quarterback. Showed great athleticism. Hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt him.
So Walker's off the ground now. Looks like he may have cramped up as well. But all the Patriots have to do now is sit on it with 44 seconds to go in the ball game. And they've got their second victory over Fairview in as many years.
Yeah, they definitely broke the cycle as Walker's being helped off the field. Going to get to do a little victory formation for the first time this year of the Patriots.
And here comes the rain again.
Well, better late than never, I guess.
Might as well, right? So 44 seconds to go in the ball game. Looks like The Patriots can sit on this as Walker will take a knee. Fairview cannot stop the clock. No timeouts remaining. And the Patriots will not have to take another snap. So, in our inaugural game of this 2018 season, the Page Patriots will come away with a 28-20 win over these Fairview Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Michael, it was a great game. It started off looking like Page was going to run away with it early, but Fairview stuck in there and made it a great game as both of these teams meet in the middle of the field. Great game for Rathbone and Hughes. Great for this rivalry, and can't wait till this game next year.
So, with that, the game comes to its conclusion. 28-20 is your final score. Page Patriots over these Fairview Yellow Jackets. Hopefully you'll be with us next week. Thanks for joining us tonight for the WCTV Game of the Week, this battle of 840. I'm Michael Williams. Thanks to Lance, Jack, and Mike, and everybody involved with the WCTV Game of the Week, and we'll talk to you next Friday night.